One Michigan lawmaker is pushing a new bill tonight aimed at keeping kids safe online. Now, accessing the App Store may become harder for teens. Let's get live to Fox News' Lauren Edwards, who's breaking down the App Accountability Act. Lauren, what's behind this?
Roop, I can tell you there is so much behind it. We spoke with Congressman John James, who is the author of it all. And he says, you know what? Right now, kids, so many kids under 18 can go online and download apps and just access any sort of material. And there are some restrictions in place, but this really just holds tech companies to task. Let's get into all the details because there's just so much you need to know. Now, it's called the App Store Accountability Act. An author and Congressman John James specifically says that the bill will require age verification to the App Store, require parental consent for users under 18 years old. And if you are 18 years old, it'll link your device to your parents or your guardians as well. Now, James says it's to make sure kids don't have access to age-restricted material online, and it's meant to give parents more control over what their child views, and it holds streaming apps to task.
It's very simple. It's basically holding the app stores, big tech, accountable to the same rules and regulations that we expect our corner stores to follow, our mom and pop shops to follow. I believe that kids cannot consent and parents have a right to know. I believe that our kids should not be engaged with or buy adult or addictive material in the physical world or on the online world. Our social media has become a cesspool of solicitation and in many cases hate and things that our children aren't ready for and certainly things that our parents should be aware of. This bill, the App Store Accountability Act that I'm leading, is going to be another step in the right direction for parental rights and protecting our kids.
Now, John James says he's introduced this bill in the past, but now it's gaining significant traction, so he's hoping for the best with this bill. And coming up on the edge, though, you're going to hear just how his hopes that this legislation will spur other and further legislation to ultimately keep kids alive. For Fox 2 News, I'm Lauren Edwards.
Yeah, Lauren, we, of course, all have heard about the lobby of big oil, big pharma. There is big tech out there. Does this congressman expect this to be an uphill battle to try to get this bill passed through such a giant industry that has so many tentacles in Washington and beyond?
You know, he says it might be an uphill battle, but also, Root, that it might not. He truly is getting a lot of support on this. He believes from both sides of the aisle. He says so many organizations back what he's doing, that there just needs to be a further controls to help keep kids safe online. He says it's absolutely just too dangerous sometimes for these kids. They just don't know what they're getting into.
All right, much more on this coming up tonight on The Edge at 11, a story that no parent will want to miss. Thank you, Lauren Edwards, for that live report.